I'm digressing, but there's a nice wee line from Souness. As I said, he was a young player at Liverpool, and he said that he used to babysit for Kenny and push Kelly Dalglish in the pram because he was a babe magnet. Well, the woman come to him. It was a great way of meeting women. He said, "It's not my child, I'm just babysitting." A great wee line. But listen, Graeme Souness, if he's talking to Andy, and he's always great value. But he's talking about Kevin Thelwell, and he's basically asked the question I think a lot of Rangers fans are asking is, can you trust him going into a January window? Because obviously Rangers are lacking in some areas in the squad, and they probably need more reinforcements, despite having spent the guts of 40 million in the summer. And he's asking the big question: that can he be trusted to be given more money to spend in January?
The thing I keep hearing people, a lot of Rangers fans saying Kevin Thelwell can't be trusted for the January window. Kevin Thelwell's going to get the January window. No, nothing's going to happen
along with Thelwell Jr.
Exactly. Andrew Kavanagh has backed Kevin Thelwell to the hilt, and not just that, as Jacko touched on, Kevin Thelwell has built a department at Rangers, which includes obviously
it's a new job going every week, isn't it?
His son Robbie, you've got Dan Purdy, obviously, who's technical director. You've got Nathan Fisher, who's head of scouting. There's a new head of football operations, I think, coming in. So if you get rid of Kevin Thelwell, you probably have to get rid of all them as well, because they're all his guys. He's been given license to go and build this.
He's built an empire.
Aye. So
you can't do that in November, can you? The window exactly. 6-8 weeks away.
So whether Rangers fans like it or no, Kevin Thelwell is going to get the January window. What I would say is, it has to be a lot better in the summer window in terms of what they produce. If they're going to bring new players in, I mean, I think I don't expect them to bring in more than 3 or 4 players, but they all have to just about all of them have to hit the ground running and have to be a lot better than some of the guys.
Rangers have got money to spend.
I don't think they have a lot.
I don't think they've got a lot.
No,
I'm not sure if they're going to be in a position to bring in reinforcements in January. I think they'll have to sell.
They'll have to be willing to have it.
And that brings us back to the one question: if you need to raise money in order to do a bit of a splurge in January, who do you sell? There's only one option right now. Nico Raskin.
Yep.
And he's not ideal because he's entered into the last 18 months. So you'd need to take a little bit of a reduced fee on him.
Yep.
And that's 6 months before he goes to play for Belgium in the World Cup, where the fee might start skyrocketing again, even though he'd be then in the final year. If he goes in as a great World Cup, I think selling Raskin at this point, and especially if you're trying to tell the fans, Scott, that you believe you're still in a title race, you can't say that on the one hand, and then 2 days later sell your best midfield player. So
they're going to have to be clever, and look, whether that means, we don't know the details of these contracts, but I mean, can some of the loan guys go back in January? Can they cut short, say Nasser Jiga's loan at Wolves, where they're paying a hefty wage every week when he's not really cutting it? Could they look to get, me and Andy were talking about this the other day, if they were looking to bring a striker in, not going to get rid of Majovski or Shamiti, who they brought in the summer, but could they maybe even get Danilo out on loan, which is a big wage, and try and get that somehow out the door now that he's been playing a few games again? If you could get somebody to take him, they are going to have to be clever and wheel and deal a wee bit. But he's got to get it right. Whatever they do, Thelwell's got to get it right, because I'm saying he's definitely going to get this window, despite what the punters say. I think any director of football, if you probably get away with one bad window. If you have 2 in the spin, I think you're really struggling.
What if you have one really bad window and then appoint your son as head of recruitment?
It certainly doesn't help.
It's brazen, isn't it? It's either incredibly stupid to do that, or incredibly brazen.
In all seriousness, this is the first window where Robbie Thelwell will come into the equation, because Kevin Thelwell's told us...
His department, he's head of recruitment.
He's told us at the press conference, Premier League clubs were after his boy, highly thought of. Dan Purdy desperate to get him in. So the proof's going to be in the pudding. He's going to... I don't think I can remember a situation where there's going to be so much scrutiny on a head of recruitment and a sporting director.
And they've brought that on themselves because it's such a ludicrous appointment.
Exactly.